Hey, my chickadees. Welcome back to the Back 40. Okay, I brought you way up so you can see my work environment. This is my desk, and I have been all into this mixed media and taking these classes, and I'm going to share a few with you. And I have reorganized my craft spot and got it all together to be more conducive. So I laid this wonderful paper down because I'm messy and I like to, get messy. So I laid the paper down, and I just did this yesterday, and look already, I have been playing. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then over here, I have my gel plates, and this is a project that I've been working on. It's a work in progress. This is for brands, surprise. And, I've done the two base colors and the stenciling, and so I'm letting that dry. And it's going to be an envelope that folds over a journal page. This will be one, and that'll be the other. So it's a work in progress. So it's drying. And I have my jelly plates, and under that I have my palette. Now, Clive, C-L-I-V-E, 5 Art. Gotta check him out. And then Nicholas Wilton with Art to Life. Gotta check them out. Okay, so this was my take on Nicholas thing for his sparks. I'm not doing sparks. Cannot afford $500 to have a class. It's a great investment and all, but I just can't do that investment. I got 2 seniors. Okay, so Mama has to come later. Now, so I did the breadcrumbs. Wonderful. Good jump starter. If you need a jump starter with your mixed media stuff, go and look at the breadcrumbs and really actually work along with them and do it. It's wonderful. Okay, so I did the breadcrumbs, and then the list that they had that they're going to be using the sparks, I went and looked at it to make sure I had, my mixed media products that I needed, since I'm new with all this stuff and getting really involved in it. And so I took my a baking tray that you can see. Look, I left the rust on it in case, maybe mix with it, be some extra bonus. But this is what I was lay my papers on when I do my rusting dye. So I pulled it out and used it, and then I laid down one of those palette papers, disposable palette papers that I had, and then I took my little magnets and stuck on each corner from my little press for my stamps. And then this is my Tim Holt alcohol palette, and I used it. And what I did was, and this was a tip from Clive, I took the top here, and I mixed it with the water on the top, and it's keeping them wet, see? And this has been in here since Wednesday. And today's Sunday, so this is still wet. And I haven't put any new paint in. This is all the same paint. Let me just rub that black on there. Get off my finger. And so that works really good for wet palette. This wet palette's like, a cheap one that's probably not really good, it's like $20. A really good one is like $60, and then you have to buy those things to go in it. But this has been working perfectly fine, and so I used my Tim Holt. I had 2 of those, so I used one of them for that. And it doesn't have to be Tim Holtz. That's just the range one that I had bought when they had it on sale. It was either on sale from Ranger or on sale from Michael's, one of the two. Okay, so that's my palette stuff. And then over here, you can't see it, but I have my paints. This is red. It looks pink or magenta in the screen, but it's red. Oh, you get a kick out of this. Look. Just in case you didn't know that was yellow. Okay, so I have my paints on my shelf here. I have my other paints in a little thing beside it. I've got my color tree, my little color wheel hanging on a clippy on my basket, because I still need my color wheel. And then up under that, I've got these that I make. Oh, these are wonderful, y'all. This right here. You buy these, you get a whole bag of them from Amazon cheap. And then you put your paints in them. And you can water them down with a little fluid medium. And glaze, you can use a gloss glazing liquid if you want a gloss glaze out of it. Or you can do two. You can do one for gloss glaze. Just be sure to mark them, because I got confused one time. You can do your gloss glaze. It takes just a little bit of that to go in here. Or you can take your pouring liquid, and I did the pouring liquid from Walmart, the cheap one, and put in here. And you put just a little bit in with it, and it thins out your paint a little bit without breaking them down. And it makes a good drawing, you know, stuff. You can draw with it and everything. I forgot what the name of them. I don't know if it's, I don't know who does these. Is it my girl with the pink hair? Delusions. I don't know if it's Delusions or what, but it cost me hardly nothing. I think the whole big thing of like 20 or 30 of those bottles was like $5 and something. So it cost me like, what, 50 cents a bottle, because I already had to paint. So I made up just different colors, and you know, I went a little crazy. You know, I went a little crazy. I made me up different colors. And then our girl Devon Art, you know, she showed us the ink, like the delusional ink, so I made me up some of that. And I have all my other stuff set up, so all my little mixed media stuff is set up. And if you look behind, this is all my distress inks and sprays and all that good stuff. And oh, can't forget my, you know, Dr. Pepper. Gotta have my Dr. Pepper. And my water. These are wonderful. I have said it in another video, and I'm gonna say it again. These are wonderful. Look, I just bought this one. Now, I was trying to tilt it, but I got stuff in it, y'all. See, it comes from Dollar Tree. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Look at the tops of them. You put your paintbrush in there, you can dip it around, and you can pull it out. Now, I don't know about laying it over. I don't do all that mess. But, you know, if you want to be clean and neat and stuff, you could probably, I don't know how those work. I can't tell you. They work good, so it holds it well, but I don't do that. That's, Clive said that's how you're supposed to do. When you wash your paintbrushes, you're supposed to lay them down so the water won't drip back in here and break your stuff apart. So you're supposed to do them like that. So that's how I've been drying my paintbrushes. I no longer set them up. Just saying. I wonder why my brushes were acting all nasty. Oh, and this is my gesso. See, in case you don't know, it says gesso. Okay. Which is a good idea, because the white paint, the gesso, you might get confused, because everything's white. I got this. I got my blackout, my whiteout, blackout, the semi-gloss, the gloss, everything. You know, you got to label stuff in your craft room, because everything looks the same. You just don't know what it is. I don't think you remember, because I thought I would remember, and I labeled some, and I think it's my glycerin, but I'm not really sure what it is. But I believe it's my glycerin, because I think Devon did a thing where she used glycerin drops, you know, on it. And I think that's what is in here, but I just don't know. And glycerin doesn't have a smell, so I don't know what the hell this is. Okay, so it's always good to label everything. I'm a nurse. You think I would know that? I had to label all my stuff at work. I mean, I've been doing it for years. It's second nature. I don't know why I didn't think I had to do it in here. Thought I was Superwoman or something. I don't know. Anyway, label everything. Okay, so long story short, because this video is getting long and I'm getting winded. Let's bring you down. I want to show you my book. I'm going to show you what I've been doing. So let's bring you down a little bit. Let's bring it to me a little bit. Okay. So all weekend I've been doing what I was supposed to do. Doing my homework, playing, having a good time. After I spent 5 hours yesterday. Okay, all last week I had been working some late hours. 2 days I didn't feel good. I went to bed real early. So, my craft spot was a national disaster. Okay? I thought FEMA was gonna come in here, y'all. It was bad. It was bad. You think the hurricane came through here along with the typhoon and earthquake. And so it took me 5.5 hours, and I still have about 3 more hours worth of work. I need to do a video on that, because you know how I said I wasn't gonna be doing all these projects. I cleaned this craft room up, and I got 2 buckets of stuff that I need to go through to decide what I'm gonna do with, because apparently I saw something and I started playing with it and was gonna do it and didn't finish it, and I got all kind of projects started. I don't know. I'm just gonna blame it on the ADD. If I could sing, I'd sing you that song. Blame it on my ADD. Okay. So with I might have to edit some of this out because it's just getting entirely too long. Okay, with my breadcrumbs and looking about going to Sparks, I went and got my book. This is the bees you can get at Wally World, because you know that's all I have to shop around here. This is the mixed media book. The big, 11 by 19, I think it is. And then 11 by 19. Yeah, 11. What is it, 9? Yeah, 9 by 11. It's almost a 12, though. Yeah, 9 by 12. Okay, so it's the big one. Okay, now this baby boy was $16. But it's worth the 16, because I've been playing it. I'm telling you now, it's worth the $16. I ain't hating on it. I bought it. It's 120 sheets, so you get a lot of sheets for your money. It's mixed media paper, and it's good. Inside here, they have what all it's good for, and acrylic that's all I really do use is acrylic and ink, so I'm okay. So I took the outside and I collaged it with some of my roll-off. This is all roll-off book papers. Thank you very much, Carrie the crafter. I took my roll-off book papers and used it to collage around my tree, because I like my tree. I just didn't like the little CD and all the other stuff. Y'all hear that rooster? It is almost 12 o'clock and the rooster is crowing. What the heck? Anyway, okay, so I just collaged around my tree because I like this. I just didn't like this other stuff. So I collaged around it. And then, you know me and my stuff. I just, had to have my hangy stuff. And then I like this from, I think this came from Hippie Chick. So I put this on here because, I like watching her in her art. So I put that on here. And then this came from Miss Deb. So I put that on there. I think this is some of Miss Deb's too. Lace I bought. And then, I had to have my hangy. So I put my hangy to help flip it. I took all my paints and organized them to see what I had and didn't have. And that's when I saw that I would have almost 15 bottles of this bubblegum pink. Look at that. Bubblegum pink. I had all different shades, like one shade off. I think I bought every color bubblegum pink I find. So I combined them all into that one thing to use. Same with the yellow. I had a lemon yellow, a true yellow, a yellow. I just combined them all and made the yellow paint. So I did that to organize. So when I got through, and while I was doing that, I had a piece of paper, and I just, brushed off my cap, or, I just did something. If I had an extra cap, or if I needed to dump it down to get the paint down, So that's what this is. It's just all that paint. Just everything. Just everything. And then when I got through, I had some orange left in a little pile, and I just took my credit card and, did like that on it and rubbed it off on it. And I put it on here, cover up the front of the page while the writing was, and then to kind of act, use it for the break. Okay, I figure that's as bad as I can do. I'll be alright. So I used it for my break page, And then I have this one because when I was doing the breadcrumbs, we did our north-south, our compass. And so my compass has to go in here. And my index has to go in here. And then the things I love has to go in here. The things that he went over in the compass, and then, in the breadcrumbs, and then the couple shows he's done so far after the breadcrumbs. That's got to go in here. So I left these 3 pages for that. And then this one, thank you, Mr. Clive. This one is, I just copied Clive. I am not going to lie. I just copied Clive. I went and took my paint like he did. And he said to make a color chart. So, Clive knows what he's doing. So I did what Clive said. And Clive's been on the internet doing this stuff for a long time. 14, 15 years, I guess, maybe. He's had a YouTube channel. Anyway, I went all the way back. Clive, I went all the way back on you, honey. All the way. And I started at the very, very beginning, where you was even showing us how to make stuff, how to make the semi-gloss. I went all the way back, as far back as I could go. And I'm catching up, so I'm not up to you current. I saw a couple of your current stuff, and I did watch it, but I'm trying to catch up. So I'm trying to catch up with you. All right, so I took all my paints, all my blues. And then he did yellow. So I took all my blues and labeled them. And I did all my yellows and labeled them. And then I mixed my blue and yellow together. So if I want this color or a shade of this color, I know I have to mix my Ultram blue and my lemon yellow together to get that shade or a shade of that green. And so I went through. And then this one I called my yellow. So my paints that I had mixed all my paints together, my similar paints together to come up with the paint color, I called it my yellow, my blue, so I know that's my big bottle. And that's the shades I get if I mix these colors with my big bottle. So, and then these are the extra ones that I buy so far that I like. And I did that for my yellows, for reds and blues. And then I did, I did blue and yellow, red and yellow. And, same thing if I mix yellow and red, Okay, and then I did blue and red. So I did all the blues and all the reds. And then if something came up and I liked the color, I put it over here, That's Payne's Gray. It's a blue-gray color, so that's the Payne's Gray. And then I mixed all of these colors together. It was on my little thing right here. And I had mixed all these colors together, and it came up with this. So that was cute. That would be cute for a grungy background. So I just laid that down and said all the colors mixed together. And then my blue and cobalt blue made that color, and I thought that was a cute blue, so I stuck it there. And then this one I found this morning. That is a pretty gold color. A real pretty gold color. And that is my yellow, mixed with the quad magenta, so it came out to that color. So I put that there, and since this is my color chart, if something comes up and I really like a color, I'll put a sample on here and write what it was, so I'll know. And if I want a shade, you know, I can shade out the different colors on that. Then this is what I'm doing today, and this is also from Clive, and this is opaque, semi-transparent, and transparent. Okay, and you take all of your paint and you go through and you put it on this black line, and then you can say whether it is opaque, see, you can't see the black line, semi-transparent, which you can see the paint over the black line, or transparent, which like this one you can't even see the paint, all you see is the black line, so it would be transparent. So you do all of your paint that way, so you'll know what is opaque and transparent. So that's what I'm doing for my homework now. And yes, Clive, I treated my papers with gesso. This is the one I did, and this one is the one I did, like you said, put the like I'm talking to Clive like he ever gonna watch one of my videos. But anyway, I mixed in a little blue that was on the stencil and put down over this gesso. And I was going to do a tint like you said, you know, do the hue tint. But y'all, I kind of like the way this is. Look at this with these patterns and stuff showing up. I was like, I can make me a background off this. So I quit. I didn't turn it all blue. I just started playing and making a background. Okay. Otherwise, it's just been this white, but I haven't done anything besides just making this stuff. It's not like I'm gonna paint a landscape or nothing, Clive. I don't believe I'm ever gonna be able to do anything like that, but I like doing my jelly patterns and painting papers and stuff. But that's where I'm at so far. So I am learning heaps, and if I find something, I am going to let y'all know. And first of all, go watch Clive, because he does one where he talks about saving stuff to mix and doing stuff to save money. And you know, you can mix your gloss and your matte together and come up with your semi-gloss. That's kind of common sense, but you know, you just don't think about it. You think there's got to be something else in there. Why would they sell the difference? You know, why would they sell 3 mediums if all you have to do is mix 2 mediums together? But anyway, I thought, and there's some other good saving techniques and stuff in there that he tells you that makes a lot of sense. And then he has this gesso recipe, and then he has this resistance recipe and stuff. So that was pretty good too. That's what I've been doing this weekend, playing, having a good time. And y'all, this paper is pretty, and I got this from my Home Depot. And with the drop cloths, you know, the drop paper that you get over at the painting section, they had this roll of this rose colored paper, and it was so pretty to me. So I bought me a whole roll because it was just so pretty. And I thought, I'm gonna do like Devon and them. I'm gonna put this down, and maybe some of it I can use. Like this part right here looks cute with the teal and white and stuff. I'm like, you know, I might could use it for a background or something. I doubt it, cause you see how messy I am. I just stick it all together. Look at it. It's just one big old blobby blob. I'm not, you know how it is. Messy. And let's see, what else have I done? Sis, you be so proud of me. Ain't you proud of me, sissy? I did so good. Look, I did so good. Okay. Also, look what I did too. Look, I gotta show you, sis. Look what I did. Okay, I was doing harvesting some magazines. I was cleaning up. I had a couple magazines. I said, I need to go in and see what I'm gonna keep for my glue booking and throw these magazines away. And I came across an article out of one of our Delta magazines that had this in it. and it had an ode to Billy Joe, and it had this stuff in it with the wording, you know, and everything. So I just had to cut it all out. I cut it all out and put it all in here, and I put her in Bubba Tina. So there is our Bobby Gentry in here with Bubba Tina. Okay, that is the end of this here video and me running my mouth, because that's all I've been doing is running my mouth. But I want to come in, just kind of let y'all know what I've been doing this last week and weekend, because I ain't been posting much. And the only thing I'll have to do today is finish cleaning. I probably got about 3 more hours. And then I got to finish my transparent opaque, and then I want to do my Margaret Miller challenge. And I need to look at my glue book stuff. That's my plans for the rest of the day. I hope y'all have a good Sunday and a good week next week. Bye. I love you.